demo. It'll take you through a series of usage scenarios that you'll be familiar with, but where today we would use different tools for each one. We'll show you how it all fits neatly in this one metaphor of hosted conversations. Stephanie.
So what you are looking at is an HTML5 app that we built with the Google Web Toolkit. On the left side is Lars running Chrome. On the right side, I'm running Safari. And a little bit later, we're going to throw in Firefox. So the same thing is being shown on each pair of screens. You can just choose one to look at.
OK, so we'll start with plain vanilla email type conversations, and we'll show you how it looks in Wave. We're planning a boat trip, and I'm going to start by clicking New Wave here, and then I'll type my title in the first line.
Watch your spelling, Lars. There's a lot of people.
There is a lot of people. They can't see what I'm typing anyway. Are you ready for the boat trip? Hey, Steph. Did you guys like the spell checker? Okay. We'll talk more about that later. Since you don't want to watch me type for an hour, we put canned messages in there. We'll try hard to pull them out before we launch. I click Done. It asks me for more users. I'll add Stephanie. And since she's offline, I'm going to go stare at a blank page.
So I will open Wave. And you'll see in my search panel, the middle panel, there'll be an unread message from Lars. He's asking me if I want to go shopping before this boat trip, so I'll do something very email-like, which is hit reply and say, I love shopping.
I wrote the script.
I need new fins. Let's go. The first benefit I want to show you of this being a hosted conversation is it's easier to keep track of structure. If this was email and I wanted to reply to the middle part of Lars's message where he asked which bus to take, I would hit reply, the email client would copy the message, and I'd hand edit in the response. Because this is a hosted conversation and it lives in one place, I can just instruct the server to split the message apart and say, you never wake up early, which is true. Let's take the late bus. OK, Lars isn't online. I'm going to close this Wave.
So a little bit later, I come back online, and you'll see, for starters, that that wave is now bold to show me there's new material in it. When I open it up, Stephanie's first message gets the highlight, and I can navigate the conversation with my keyboard and, of course, continue her thread here. You know me too well, like that. And that's how plain vanilla email-type conversations work in Wave. So you've noticed that we have carefully avoided having the Wave open on both screens. When we do have the Wave open at the same time, my messages bounces right off the server into Stephanie's browser. And the effect is that you can also do instant messaging type conversations in Wave. In fact, in the same Wave, you can switch back and forth between these different ways of communicating. I'll show you that now. Shiny. You must know a good store.
There is a new one over on George Street.
Cool. Let's go at 7.
Sounds good. Let's invite Jens too.
OK. So you notice that we didn't wait for me to hit Done before showing Stephanie the message, but rather, and this was difficult to do, we transmit live almost character by character what I'm typing. Why did we do that? It's because with today's instant messaging tools, you spent half of your time looking at it saying, Stephanie's typing, she's typing, she's typing, she's typing, and then you see what she said. Thank you. But because, in general, you can start formulating your own reply before Stephanie is done typing hers, by doing this live transmission, you end up spending 100% of your time either reading or writing, which dramatically speeds up the conversation. Now, needless to say, there are times you don't want everyone to see every keystroke, in particular if you spell like I do. And so we have this checkbox here. All you have to do is check it, and now no one can see what you're typing until you hit that Done button. This is one of the features we haven't implemented quite yet. OK, and so that's how email conversations, or rather email-type conversations and instant messaging-type conversations no longer require 2 separate tools. Next thing we want to show you is how easy it is to add a new person to an ongoing conversation. Can I just introduce my brother Jens, by the way? Give him a hand, please. So we want to add Jens to the conversation. If this was email, I would take the last message here, reply to it, and add Jens to the recipient list. There's two problems with that. For starters, because we branched the conversation up here, that last email message would not contain the entire conversation. But also, if Stephanie then later, when I reply to an earlier message of mine, Jens wouldn't get that anyway. You end up with these cat and mouse games. In the wave model, all you have to do is make Jens a participant in the wave like that. And now I'll switch over to Firefox here where Jens is already signed in.
So now that I'm on the wave, I'm going to open it. And of course, everything is going to be marked as unread for me. But because I was added late, I didn't get to see Lars' message in one piece. And by the time I'm added, they could be arbitrarily far apart. So we added a feature called playback. So I get to see Lars' original message. Lars asks Stephanie. Stephanie replies. Stephanie does an inline reply.